So I found this gem today, and it's dubbed. I don't know. I'm assuming this is a show from Spain, or I don't know if it's from Mexico. I honestly don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's either Spain or Mexico that made this, and it's dubbed, and it is just. I have some minor complaints, which I'm going to get into, but anyways, this is I'm up to episode. I got so caught up watching this that I got all the way to episode 8 at the gym, and then I went to look on here, and apparently there's 10 fucking videos because I was hoping to go watch it tonight and finish it up because I was really, I mean, I was caught up in this. It's really a good show. So as it says, spoilers being discussed here. If you want to watch it, I would suggest this is just my initial thoughts of things. Like I am going to do another video once I finish the whole thing, but I'm up to episode 8, and there's two left to go. And next Monday, I'll finish those 2 and then do a review next Monday night of the whole thing. But I do want to talk about this because, boy, this show is really good, but they just have some minor issues. But all right, I'm just going to get into it. So I don't know if you've seen the Zorro movies with Antonio Banderas and Catherine Zeta or whatever. Well, this show is it kind of takes a different route because on the movie with Antonio Banderas, I think his name's De La Vega or something. The De La Vega was the bad guy on the movie. And he does look pretty close to De La Vega guy. I don't know if they show him on here. Let's. Jesus, is this all the photos they have? Let me see what's on here. No, they don't show it on here. But the De La Vega guy, who's the old guy on the ones with Catherine Zeta-Jones, he they changed it on here. They changed some things around. So on this one, De La Vega is the good guy, and there's a bunch of Zorros on here. So I got to go through this. So at the beginning, we start off with I guess that was the original Zorro. That's what I'm assuming that was they were showing at the beginning, and I don't know what you call it, the Spanish army or Mexican army or whatever, those guys in it looks just like the movie version, but they just changed some things around. The Spanish army or the Mexican army or whatever. They're fighting with De La Vega over his land or something, and they're trying to kill him, and then Zorro comes in and he helps them fight them off, and then they bring in a bunch of soldiers to try to kill Zorro off, and he runs to this church, and then they trap him in this church, and he ends up killing most of them, but then there's a bunch of snipers outside, and the original Zorro just gets he just gets exploded in this church, man. He just gets sniped to hell, man. Just fucking dies in a blaze of glory, but he takes out half of the people sent to kill him in there. And then we come to find out that while this is going on, De La Vega, he gets killed. And then the son, which is this is the son, this guy here, and then they don't say it basically, but she's supposed to be, I'm guessing, the Catherine Zeta-Jones replacement on here. So I got no complaints. She's smoking hot on here. But what I found funny though And how do I say this? It's kind of like they don't explain this very well. So as you can see, he's this he's this white guy with blonde hair, and even the other people, they're like, "How are you, De La Vega's son?" Because he's this. He looks like the Sandman guy on the Spider-Man movie, but they're like, "How are you, De La Vega's son?" And then he inherits his fortune from the De La Vega guy, and then his friend. Like I said, like I'm trying. I don't want to spoil everything like that. I'm not all the way through it, but basically, he takes up the mantle of Zorro. But then there's this other weird thing they do, which I'm not sure I understand this because I don't know if the original Zorro they're basing this off of, or they just made up this idea or what. But so he decides to take up the mantle of Zorro. I guess that's the best way to put it. But then we cut back in time to the very first Zorro from the beginning, and this Indian tribe, this chick here, when that first Zorro dies, the Indian tribe, for some reason, which they don't, I didn't understand this, what was going on. I mean, the dubs and everything were fine. It's just they didn't explain it for some reason, but apparently Zorro is tied to this Indian tribe, and he's not even supposed to be like Mexican or anything on this version. He's supposed to be an Indian, and when they do show the original guy at the beginning, he is like an Indian, but I don't know what they don't say what tribe or anything what he is. It's just you can tell that he's an Indian guy. So the Indians have like this big meeting, and this girl, so the head Indian guy, he's like, Zorro has died, and if you wish to audition, basically, I don't know how else to explain it, but they were like, if you wish to audition to be the new Zorro, we're gonna test you and all this, and if you wish to be the new Zorro, step forward. So there's like two or three guys that step forward, and then this chick steps forward, and then it turns into this is one of the minor issues I have with this show, but I'm gonna explain like what happens because it's semi kind of woke, but at the same time it's not. So basically, she says she has the birthright to be Zorro, and she can prove her claim, and all of this, and they just totally ignore her. They're like, "Fuck off! We're not gonna choose you." But they were trying to make some like woke thing there or something. It was like you're a woman and you can't be Zorro or something like that's what I got from that. And then the two other guys, I guess they didn't make it either or something. So it was kind of like a pointless scene because I'm like, what? Why are you having this audition if none of these people can be Zorro? And then in the meantime, De La Vega's son, this guy, he just goes and be Zorro anyways. So it was kind of like this. I really don't know what the point of that thing was, other than, which I'm going to explain next, is so this chick here, this Indian chick, she just becomes fucking unhinged, man. Like she spends the rest of the show trying to kill fucking Zorro. Like she's obsessed with killing Zorro because she feels slighted or whatever. And then at one point, see, this is the thing. Like I'm trying not to ruin stuff on here, but basically what happens is two Zorros are there. Like we split into two Zorros. So she turns into the bad version of Zorro, and then he's the good version of Zorro. And then this guy here, he's like the main villain. He's like the blonde guy on the first movie, the guy at the mines or whatever, the blonde guy that was supposed to marry Catherine Zeta, and they did the same thing. Like he's trying to bone her, and she's supposed to be like Catherine Zeta or whatever. And then this is like his. I guess like if it was the Punisher, this guy would be Microchip. This is like his helper guy, but his helper guy is like deaf. So there's a lot of ups and downs in this show. Overall, I'm very impressed with it. I like it. The only complaint that I have is I wish they had not put in this thing with this Indian girl and her storyline thing. I mean, I've got 2 episodes to go, but the last one I saw, I was laughing what happens because I don't know. This gal is just her storyline and everything. It was just like it feels like it was put in as like a thing like, oh, well, we're getting our ESG funds, so we have to put in this Indian girl who's unhinged, who's obsessed with killing Zorro, but then decides she's just going to go be a bad Zorro anyways, and then she's just going around killing people, and Zorro's having to stop her while fighting this guy at the same time. That's the only real complaint I have with this show. And then, like I said, the people are like, how can you be Zorro? You're a white guy with blonde hair. They even say that to him on there. They're like, how can you be De La Vega's son? So it's like this. Every so often the people are like, how are you fucking Zorro? You're a white guy. Oh man, this gal is so smoking hot in the show though, man. And she's written exactly like Catherine Zeta, man. I mean, she's really good with guns and sword fighting. It's like they took the original or the movies of the Zorro movies and they just changed a few things around. I think the show would have been way better had they left out the thing with the Indian girl and her whole obsession and all that. Because, I mean, I'm curious to see if it's going to pay off at the end, but I don't know. But other than that, the action is good. The sword fighting is really good. And most of the episodes, like, there's a lot of action going on. I mean, there's some talking and stuff, but I have yet to see an episode where the whole episode is just people talking. Like every episode, even the last one I watched, there's always like fighting going on. And I really like that because I like having way more action than I do talking. Like there's just way more action going on than talking on here, which is pretty good. I do intend to do a full review on Monday when I finish watching this because, like I said, I have very little complaints other than this Indian nut job they put on here just for woke points, it seems, or whatever. Like it was just a whole. I don't understand. I'm hoping it's gonna pay off at the end, but my gut feeling is either she if I had to guess, either she's going to kill her or Zorro, this guy, the new one, is going to be put in a position where he has to say enough's enough or something and finally kills her because her whole storyline is just crazy. I mean, she's just a bad Zorro. It's just like, that's the best way I can explain it. He's the good Zorro and she's the bad Zorro, and she's bitter because her fucking tribe didn't let her be Zorro, and she's gonna avenge herself or whatever. I don't know. Like her, if they had got rid of this is the good show. This crap they need to get rid of. So if they make a second season, I hope they kill her off or something because it's just stupid. Her whole thing is just pointless. Oh, and the other thing is the tribe the tribe that they're with, they figure out that she's the bad Zorro, but yet they're with him, but she commands them. It's very odd. Like I'm like, why doesn't Zorro just tell them, hey, she's just going around murdering people? I mean, he did try at one point, but he didn't do it very well. Like he could have done it like way better. He just basically was like, oh look, this girl's making you look bad and you're getting bad clout from her or whatever because she's just murdering fucking everybody and all this. And they didn't even, half of them didn't even understand what he was saying because he spoke in English to them, which was stupid. And then secondly, they didn't give a fuck because she just shows up and they just follow her. And it just doesn't make it. Oh, the other funny thing too is she is like the worst fucking Zorro in history. So if you've seen the Zorro movies, you know like how Zorro does things. Like Zorro goes along the rooftops, or he plans things out and sees how to do things. She just runs into the city throwing axes and shooting arrows, and it's just stupid. She's just very stupid. Oh, and she keeps trying to kill this bitch too, and this one just keeps. I thought she was gonna kill her on the last one I watched. I was getting excited. I'm like, please kill this nutjob. I fucking hate this idiot. But then Zorro was like, oh no, we're gonna change her and all this, and I'm like, fuck off, man. Just fucking kill this bitch. But other than that, man, damn good show. And this chick, oh my god, she's smoking hot, man. I don't know who this gal that they found, but I mean, she ain't no Catherine Zeta-Jones, but she's pretty fucking close. I'll give them that. All right, I guess that's it. I'm gonna finish watching it on Monday. It's really good. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's dubbed too. Um, the intro's kind of annoying. Like I skipped the intro. The intro, it sounds like a mariachi band or something at a Mexican restaurant. Like they need to change that intro. That intro was really shitty, man. All right, that's basically it. Thanks for watching. Bye.